Hi, what do you think about Prince Charles criticising McDonald's?
Oh, I think he's quite right. You know, I think these things should be banned. You know, they're making kids obese. Mind you, having said that, I suppose the parents should take the responsibility. You know, we're going to have a generation of fat kids who are going to have diabetes, they're going to have heart trouble and everything. Now, is that good for the country, do you think? I don't think so. And not only perhaps Burger King as well as McDonald's, KFC, all these fast food firms, I think they should all be banned, to be honestly, because you know, they're in the war. You know, in my time, for example, we had food rationing and people were told what to eat, more or less, and we were one of the healthiest generations because we got exactly what we wanted, not too much fat. So yes, definitely, yeah, ban them all.
My children enjoy a McDonald's now and again. Well, it's only now and again, and you know, KFC.
Well, maybe now and again isn't too bad, but I think, anyway, these people are ripping you off anyway. I mean, they buy cheap meat, it's all reconstituted, it's got like 90% fat in it, which is probably wrong figures, but I don't care. You know, I can look at the burger and it's dripping with fat, and straight away my arteries start clamping up. So, you know, I think that if you made homemade burgers, I think we should really all go back to homemade food. I cook all my food from scratch, to be honest.
But people have got it so easy now, they're not going to want to do that.
No, of course they're not, but you know, I think that, well, for a start, we should be teaching proper cooking in schools. Maybe we can teach the younger generation to cook healthily, you know, and grow their own vegetables. Maybe when I was at school, we used to actually have a plot in the gardens of the school, and we used to grow our own vegetables, which maybe that helped me to become a gardener.
But teachers don't have time to do cookery lessons anymore.
And why don't they have time?
Because of the curriculum, and
yes, exactly.
They have to fit so much in.
Yeah, well, that add it to the curriculum, that's all. But I'm sure that they should make time, because these things are important. You've got to learn about life, never mind about like the 3 R's and things like that, which no doubt is important, but I think that learning about life is the first thing. Quite honestly, I do. And talking of like all this fast food thing, Bernard.Matthews, now what about that? You know, he got the bird flu. Well, what do you expect when you've got all these chickens and God knows what turkeys all in a factory farm, you know, shitting all over the place and everything? And what, you know, I mean, we had the wildfowl disease, didn't we? And then we've got this bird flu. And of course you are. I mean, if we put humans bunched together like that, there'd be outcry. Why do we treat animals like this? We have cows factory farmed, we have chickens factory farmed. I think it's disgusting, really. You know, that should be banned too. And as for Bernard.Matthews, then I'm sorry, but it couldn't have happened to a better bloke, because if he goes bankrupt, then I'm happy for him, along with McDonald's and all the other fast food chains, to be honest with you. It's sorry, I just, you know.
So it's not beautiful.
He's not beautiful at all, far from it, you know. I mean, you know, these poor chickens, they're sitting there laying next to each other, laying eggs. What do they do? All my feathers are ruffled, lend me a comb. I mean, I don't know, it's awful, you know, really, you're bound to get all these diseases. I think it's disgusting. And then the birds come along, maybe they've got it. I mean, did this disease really come from wild birds, as they said, or has it been created by this factory farming? I think it has, to be honest with you. And so all this should be banned, you know.
On to another subject now. What about the train crash?
Oh, the train crash. Now, Richard Branson, he was a good guy because he come up and spoke on television fine. But the thing is, if he would have, and I've suggested this a long time ago, if we, instead of having railways, which the tracks can come linked, they're diesel electric, if we went in for a monorail system, for one thing, you've only got one rail to worry about. On top of that, monorail, the rails are actually clasped in and it floats on air, so it's not going to come off the track. It's impossible, almost impossible for a monorail to derail. And on top of that, it's actually run by electromagnetism, which is very environmentally friendly. We should be doing this, and you could have these monorails over the countryside. You wouldn't need tracks on the ground. You could have countryside and these monorails going straight across the countryside, and so rabbits and all sorts of wildlife, no danger of getting run over or anything. And I think monorail is the way to go, to be honest with you. Scrap all the trains, scrap all the buses. Let's have monorails everywhere. That's what I reckon anyway. So there you go. So,
Right, thank you, Mr. Perry.
OK, thank you very much, Deborah.